It's so nice to see you again. Tonight, we're finishing up a painting that I can't believe it just took one day to complete. I started this painting earlier today, and so tonight I'm just adding in the finishing touches. It went a lot quicker than I thought it would, but now I'm happy about it. You know, it's a pretty big canvas too, but it means I'm getting better at painting faster, and that's always a good sign. So what we're doing tonight is I have my set of oil pastels, and I'm just gonna add details with the oil pastels. And as you can see, a lot of them are pretty used up. I keep using them. They're kind of addictive. They really, really help speed up the process of painting, for me at least, because I'm much more comfortable drawing than painting. And so having a dry medium that I can work with, like an oil pastel, makes me so much more comfortable. So I've really added them to my workflow, and I like them a lot. These ones, the Sennelier ones, they're like butter. They're really, really good texture. They're just easy to draw with. So I'm just adding in little spots here and there. And they make such a fun noise too when you add them. So really the goal for this is just to get in texture on the grass area, and then also texture on the wheat field. And then the background is pretty much done. I wouldn't really say this is like a painting, it's more like an oil sketch, and so the price will reflect that, you know. I always try and keep my landscapes very inexpensive, because I think I have a peculiar design philosophy. I really don't like the idea that only the wealthy have access to fine art, and so I've made it a life priority to always price my artwork so that at least some of my portfolio is very accessible and very affordable. And part of that is making prints and making mass-produced media of my art, so that everyone, you know, no matter your salary or whatever, or your place in life, you know, you can get art. Because I know I can't afford fine art, you know, but I wish more artists made it available. Even original work, I think there should be I really do think artists should have some original work of theirs that is at a lower price point, just so that everyone can enjoy fine art, you know. And I think if more artists did that, we would have a better art environment, and we'd have a better art market. Just my opinion personally. But so I'm just adding in a little bit of this. I think this is a pastel in Viridian, and my hands keep getting green because I've been painting. It's very annoying. So tonight I started working for a wine cellar, and I had my first shift, and I was so nervous because I hadn't worked a cash register before, and like I hadn't taken orders on an iPad, and so I was like, I don't know if I'll be quick at this. I don't know if I'll understand what's going on. But everyone I worked with was super generous and very patient with me, and so I actually think it went pretty well. I think the first night, it was pretty relaxing, honestly. Really no complaints, and I got to meet so many of my coworkers, and they're all super sweet. So it was a fun experience. usually sit down though for the whole shift, so I'm very happy to be sitting now and just relaxing and painting. And I've been looking forward to this the whole night. There's something about summertime and painting, that's just everything to me. Actually, I have something to show you. So I've been looking at this book called Knights of the Brush, and it's about the Hudson River School and the Moral Landscapes, and it's written by James F. Cooper. And it really reminds me of summertime. And it's a book about some of America's best Hudson River Valley School paintings. I saw this one, I think isn't this in the Met? No, my bad. It's in the DC Museum. I saw a couple of these at the Met when I was in New York. And they're always so much larger than you think. They're huge. But they're breathtaking. I love the colors, they're so pretty. Gosh. So pretty. Yeah, this has a good collection. There's a lot of Thomas Cole. And yeah, here's a couple Thomas Cole pieces right here. Oh, this is my favorite series of his. This one is called The Course of Empire, the Arcadian or Pastoral State. It's so peaceful. This is when my novel would take place. Just very, it's just such a magical time to think about when civilization was so young, and just like, I've been rereading the Song of Achilles. I actually started reading it again today. It already has me so emotional because I know what's to come, and I'm just like, I can't handle this, I can't. It's such a pretty book. It's such a beautifully written book. This is one of my favorites too. You can literally see this is like paint splatter. Because I was looking at this whole painting, so it has some stains. It's well loved. Here's Asher Brown Durham. Absolutely darling. Oh my gosh. So much character. It looks like a scene from Game of Thrones. Oh my goodness. It's just breathtaking. So I'm trying to get enough bravery to or enough courage to make more complex paintings in my landscapes, but right now I'm just trying to focus on capturing reality and getting my brushwork to a level that I'm comfortable with. And then I can start maybe tackling some of the more, some of the more really captivating subject matter. You know, there's really no, I don't know if there's a wrong or right way to apply paint, you know? I think everyone just has a certain style of brushstroke, and it just works itself out. I think what I'm trying to do right now is just make sure that this doesn't read as too much of like one of the same sort of shape, right? And if I can just kind of add in enough texture to make it interesting, you know? We're listening to some Chet Baker right now, obviously, because Baker's the best. I'm curious to know what's going on in you guys' life. You know, are you guys enjoying summer? Right now, the weather here has been like really up and down. Like, we just had tornadoes yesterday. So random. But obviously, there was nothing dangerous that happened. But there's always tornado warnings going on in the Midwest during the summertime, especially May, because we get so much rain. But yeah, it's kind of insane. I suspect we'll probably get a couple more tornado warnings throughout the end of the month, but you know, what can you do? I guess that's kind of like, that's Kansas's like hallmark, is tornadoes. I don't know. At least it keeps things interesting. I'm trying to keep rivers as like a prevalent theme in a lot of the landscape paintings I've been doing, because when I look out my window, I can literally see a river. I can see the Missouri River, and it's so wide and so beautiful. And often it's like really muddy, but there's something so majestic about a river, and like it's endlessly romantic. I think rivers are so romantic. It reminds me of Audrey Hepburn's, what is that? Oh, we should listen to it. It's Audrey Hepburn's song, Moon River, right? It's such a pretty song. So pretty. Okay, back to Chet Baker. I've always liked, I don't think I've ever made it all the way through Audrey Hepburn's Breakfast at Tiffany's. I've only gotten halfway through. I always fall asleep. And it is like it's a really good movie, but I always just get tired. Like the other night, I I was trying to watch Somewhere in Time. Could not get past like 25 minutes. I love the soundtrack of Somewhere in Time by John Barry, but like honestly, I don't know. It's something about like 80s movies. Like they have a little bit of white noise in them, and it's like it just puts me to sleep. It's like the best sort of ASMR. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Also, I feel like Somewhere in Time is like it's definitely the type of movie to put people to sleep. Like it's kind of like a slow burn. So I'm really thankful for YouTube because I kind of get the sense that the art world is moving more and more into the direction of kind of global appetites. Like, also, I think short form content has helped with this too. But if it weren't for independent media sources like YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, I don't think we'd have. I don't know. I don't think we'd have a fighting chance. But I think what I mean is, unfortunately, it seems to me a lot of what the art world is basically a catalyst for banking and, I don't know, trying to organize money and move money in a certain way. And it seems like a lot of bigger corporations use art and the art world as just another investment portfolio, which I understand art has always been an investment and kind of has always been a sort of, I don't know, almost like its own sort of currency, but I feel like it's especially like that these days, and it's turned into kind of like a luxury product to enjoy if you're affluent, and like there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's nothing wrong with that if we have both sides of it, right? I think it's fine if there's kind of a luxury aspect to art, especially because I don't think that will ever go away. But I also think it's crucial for us to cultivate an art world that's accessible to everyone, and it's not just built for the 1%. It's not just built as a sort of, like I said, like a portfolio for a very particular clientele. So I don't know. I think independent media like YouTube, that's something I've been so thankful for, because it's given me the opportunity to understand, like, hey, you don't always have to market to luxury if you want to get a following, you know? You can be authentically yourself and still keep your artwork at a low budget and at a low price point and still garner fans that way, instead of going immediately into the gallery space and trying to poke your neck into that cultural zeitgeist of luxury and branding and global art taste and kind of corporate, that corporatification of the art world, you know. And so I think it's something that makes me so proud of this community that I've been trying to build, and also communities I'm part of across online and in person. I still really keep up with art fairs and art galleries that are local, and that have no ties to bigger corporations, because that's the lifeblood of art, and that's what's going to keep everything from being stale and keep everything fresh and interesting for our future generations. It's not so much that I mind if art is an investment. I think that's, like I said, inevitable. It's the fact that if we continue to use art just like a legal tender or like a currency, it will lose all aspect of being original or tasteful or any semblance of having a deeper meaning. And symbolism will just be introduced into art as almost like a lens or a portal of marketability. So, wow, that was quite a rant. I don't know really what spawned that. It was just something I was thinking about while I was working today, and I don't know. Sometimes you get the most random thoughts while washing dishes. Anyway, okay, I see I'm at 20 minutes, so I think I need to call it here. But thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to film the next video and show off more art. And I'll definitely show off this painting behind me, because this is the painting that we started yesterday.